Direct taxes have become a major source of revenue for the government in recent years. In financial year 23-24, they made up about 56.7% of India's total tax collection, meaning more than half of all taxes came from income tax and corporate tax. This share has been rising steadily, showing better tax compliance and a stronger economy. The article below shares detail about the direct tax, its types, and its impact on Indian economy. What is direct tax? Direct tax is a tax levied directly on an individual's or entity's income, wealth, or profits and is paid straight to the government. The defining feature of direct taxes is that the burden cannot be transferred to another person. Examples include income tax, corporate tax, capital gains tax, and securities transaction tax. Historical background of direct taxation in India. Direct taxation in India has developed over centuries, evolving from simple agrarian levies in ancient times to a modern income and wealth based system. Ancient period. Taxes were mostly on land, agriculture, and trade systems under the Maurya and Gupta empires, included organized revenue collection with officials overseeing land and produce taxes. Medieval period. Regional kingdoms and empires like the Mughals maintained structured land revenue systems such as Japt and Mansabdari, forming the basis for systematic tax administration. British era. The Income Tax Act of 1860 was introduced after the 1857 revolt to finance administrative and defense expenses. Direct taxation expanded gradually to include salaries, profit, and trade activities. Post-independence, 1947 to 1961, India inherited the colonial tax framework. Multiple amendments aimed to broaden the tax base and standardize procedures. Income Tax Act 1961 consolidated various direct tax laws, created clear rules for individuals, HUFs, and companies, and introduced progressive taxation to promote equity. Recent developments: implementation of digitalization, e-filing, faceless assessment, and technology-driven monitoring improved efficiency, reduced corruption, and increased compliance. Direct taxes features. Direct taxes are a critical component of India's fiscal system designed to generate revenue while promoting equity and economic stability. The features of direct taxes in India are given below. Direct payment to government. Tax is remitted directly by the taxpayer to the government without intermediaries. Non-transferable burden. The liability cannot be shifted to another person. The taxpayer alone bears it based on income, wealth, or profit, levied according to the taxpayer's ability to pay, ensuring fairness in taxation. Progressive nature. Higher income earners pay proportionately higher tax, reducing income inequality. Legal obligation. Compliance is mandatory under law with penalties for evasion or non-payment. Revenue source for government. Fund public services, infrastructure, and social welfare schemes. Redistributive function. Helps in narrowing the gap between rich and poor through progressive taxation. Indicator of economic health. Direct tax collection trends reflect economic growth, formalization, and financial transparency. Influence on economic behavior. Tax incentives encourage investment, savings, and adherence to formal financial practices. Types of direct taxes. Income tax, levied on the income of individuals, Hindu undivided families, and other non-corporate entities. Follows a progressive structure, meaning higher income pays higher tax, provides exemptions and deduction to encourage saving and investment. Capital gains tax. Capital gains tax is levied on profit earned from the sale of capital assets, including property, stocks, bonds, and other investment. Capital assets include land, buildings, house property, vehicles, machinery, patents, trademarks, leasehold rights, and jewelry. Assets not considered capital asset: stock in trade, consumable, raw materials, personal effect except jewelry and artwork, and agricultural land beyond specified limits. Types of capital assets. Short-term capital assets held for 36 months or less, tax at higher rates. Long-term capital assets held for more than 36 months, tax at concessional rates. Corporation tax. It is a tax levied on the profits earned by the companies, including both domestic and foreign firms operating in India. The tax rates differ based on the type of company, turnover, and whether it opts for concessional tax regimes. It is governed by the Income Tax Act 1961 and forms a major source of revenue for the government, reflecting the health of the corporate sector. Securities Transaction Tax (STT). Securities Transaction Tax is a tax on every purchase or sale of securities listed on recognized stock exchanges, applies to shares, bonds, mutual funds, and derivatives, levied on the transaction value, not the profit, introduced in 2004 to curb tax evasion and ensure transparency in capital markets. Alternative minimum tax. Alternative minimum tax is a minimum tax imposed on non-corporate entities like partnership firms, LLPs, and individuals claiming certain deduction or exemptions to ensure they pay at least a basic amount of tax. It prevents businesses from reducing their taxable income excessively through incentives and ensures fair and consistent tax contribution. Alternative minimum tax is calculated on the adjusted total income, and taxpayers must pay either the regular income tax or AMT, whichever is higher. Dividend Distribution Tax (DDT). Dividend Distribution Tax (DDT) was a tax imposed on dividends paid by domestic companies to shareholders. Companies deducted the tax before distributing dividends, ensuring taxation at the corporate level. Only domestic companies were liable under this law, abolished from April 1, 2020, shifting the tax liability to shareholders. Wealth tax. Wealth tax targeted the net wealth or assets of individuals, Hindu undivided families, or companies, levied on owned assets rather than income, including property, jewelry, vehicles, and other valuable possessions. Governed by the Wealth Tax Act 1957, abolished from April 1, 2016, as the government integrated wealth into the income tax system for better compliance. Minimum alternate tax ensures companies with high book profit but low taxable income pay a minimum tax calculated on book profit when the regular tax is lower than the prescribed MAT rate, allows companies to carry forward MAT credit and adjust it in future years. Central Board of Direct Taxes (CBDT). The Central Board of Direct Taxes (CBDT) is a statutory authority in India responsible for administrating direct tax laws, including income tax and corporate tax. It operates under the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, and oversees policy formulation, tax collection, and compliance. The CBDT was established on January 1, 1964 under the Central Board of Revenue Act 1963, following the bifurcation of the original Central Board of Revenue 1924 into separate boards for direct and indirect taxes. Policy formulation develops tax policies and recommends amendment to direct tax laws to the government. Tax administration oversees assessment, collection, and enforcement of all direct taxes in India. Taxpayer facilitation enhances services for taxpayers through e-filing, grievance redressal, and awareness programs. International coordination represent India in global tax forums and aligns domestic policies with international standards. Reform implementation introduces digitalization, faceless assessment, and other reforms to reduce corruption and improve efficiency. Revenue monitoring track direct tax collection to meet government targets and maintain fiscal stability. Impact of direct taxes on the economy. Direct taxes plays a vital role in India's economy, influencing revenue generation, economic behavior, and social equity. They not only provide funds for government spending but also encourage formalization, investment, and fair wealth distribution. Revenue generation. Direct taxes are a major source of government income, financing infrastructure, education, healthcare, defense, and welfare programs. For instance, net direct tax collection in financial year 24-25 were around 22.26 lakh crore, showing consistent growth. Redistribution of wealth. Progressive direct taxes ensure higher income individuals and profitable companies contribute proportionately more, reducing income inequality and funding social programs for lower income groups. Economic stability. Stable tax collection helps the government plan fiscal policy, reduce dependence on borrowing, and maintain macroeconomic stability. Encouragement of savings and investment. Tax exemptions and deduction under income tax encourage individuals to save and invest, stimulating capital formation and economic growth. Formalization of the economy. Compliance with direct tax laws increase the size of the formal economy as individuals and businesses maintain records and follow legal financial practices. Challenges and limitations of direct taxes. Low tax base. Only around 6 to 7% of India's population pays income tax, which limits revenue despite a large workforce. High tax evasion. Underreporting of income, use of cash transaction and non-filing of returns reduce effective tax collection. Complex tax structure, multiple exemption, deduction, and frequent amendments make compliance difficult for individuals and small businesses. Administrative burden, processing assessment, appeals, and refunds places heavy pressure on the income tax department, leading to delays. Litigation overload, a significant portion of direct tax disputes related to assessment, transfer pricing, and refunds remain stuck in tribunals and courts, increasing uncertainty for taxpayers. Impact on investment. Higher marginal tax rates may discourage entrepreneurship and risk taking, especially for small and medium enterprises. Informal economy dominance. A large share of economic activity still happen outside the formal sector, making it difficult to expand the direct tax net. Reforms in direct taxation. Recent measures, faceless assessment and appeals, introduced to eliminate human interface, reduce corruption, ensure transparency, and make assessment fully technology driven. New simplified tax regime 2020 onwards. Lower slab rates with reduced exemption to make income tax filings easier and promote voluntary compliance. Corporate tax rate cut 2019. Major reduction of corporate tax to 22% for existing companies and 15% for new manufacturing units, improving India's global competitiveness. Vivad se Vishwas Scheme 2020, launched to settle long pending tax disputes by offering waivers on interest and penalties, reducing litigation burden. Introduction of Annual Information Statement (AIS), enhanced reporting system showing all financial transactions in one place, promoting accuracy in income reporting. Tax deducted at source TDS and TCS expansion. Wider coverage of TDS or TCS to track high value transactions and curb tax evasion. Improved refund processing, faster and automated refund issuance through the CPC system, reducing delays and improving taxpayer experience. PAN Aadhaar linking. Mandatory linking strengthens identify verification and reduces duplication and fraud.